I generally like to jump right in. One of my things I really admired from you from our first phone call is how you stay busy creatively. How do you stay motivated? Because it's like a job that like it's hard to break in. You have to like be your own agent in a sense. So like, what do you do to like stay busy, and how to stay motivated?
It feels easy to stay motivated, and motivation feels natural when I love what I do. And if it's genuinely something you're passionate about, motivation's not a big issue. Motivation, you give yourself motivation.
Okay.
Every morning when you wake up, you need to remember what you're passionate about. You need to remember what makes you happy. And if you do what makes you happy, you'll always be able to find motivation within yourself.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, doesn't mean you don't get tired. Doesn't mean you don't need to take a big sleep sometimes and just rest and nap, and then you come back at it the next day and you're ready to go again. You feel alive, and just there's no feeling like the life that comes from following what you're passionate about.
I want to just dive more into about passion. How did you know this was your passion? Like, what was there a certain moment, or was there a certain thing that you're like, oh, I like this? Do you remember that moment? Because I feel like the reason why I ask is I grew up. This was never an option for me. My parents came to this country in the late 80s, early 90s. I was supposed to be like I only found this out because like I pushed myself to like go do different things in high school and college, and this was like a thing. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I didn't know you can do this.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if you remember that moment.
You know that you know it's passionate when it lights you up from the inside.
Okay.
You know that you're passionate about it when you do it for the first time and you get the kind of feeling and the kind of smile on your face.
Like that right there.
That nothing else can make you feel that way. Just making you feel so alive, so confident, and so fulfilled in everything that you're doing.
What's fulfillment mean for you?
Fulfillment for me means...
Do you mind going a little this way? Somewhere over here, closer to that little, you see there's like a rock, so more in the grass with the sea in the background?
Yes. Is this a good spot?
This is perfect.
Okay.
So fulfillment for you is?
Fulfillment for me is something that you do, and while you're doing it, you feel complete, you feel whole, and you truly feel like yourself. You feel that it's what you're meant to be doing. You only can know that from a deep place of knowing yourself.
What's your favorite trait about yourself?
My favorite trait about myself? What a good question.
This is Tuesday morning.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I bet it changes sometimes. I bet there's sometimes a life that I'm grateful for aspects of myself, one aspect, and then I bet a different day I'm grateful for a different aspect of myself. Today I feel my favorite trait about myself this morning is my perseverance.
Okay. Is there a certain, so dive more about that. I love that.
I feel like I've gone through some challenges in my life, and I'm really proud of how I've overcome adversity and feel that I've had these obstacles, and as difficult as it is, that's something that makes me emotional.
Okay.
I really like to be active, and that's something I feel passionate about. I like to run, I like to move, I like to lift weights, I like to play soccer.
Okay.
I like to run around, and when I watch the Olympics and I see Olympic athletes, and I know about some of the adversity, there's no way that you make it to somewhere like that, like the Olympics, and you don't overcome a bunch of adversity to get there. And knowing what they've gone through, even if it's just all of the hard work of physical labor, all of like the push-ups, all of the strength training, all of the box jumps, all of the weighted squats, I tear up and I cry when I watch sprinters in the Olympics, because I feel their perseverance, and you can feel it through the screen, and I tear up just like thinking of everything that they've gone through to get to that point and to be the person that they are. So I spot some of those traits in myself, the same kind of perseverance. I've never been in the Olympics, but maybe I shouldn't say I relate to them, but That's the kind of perseverance I'm talking about. This kind of like day in and day out, choosing to do what's hard, choosing to do the work, feeling tired and still going, having people put you down and tell you, you can't do this.
Okay.
You're not good enough.
Does that fire you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, does that fire you up?
Yeah,
No, 'cause I'm the same way.
does.
I can never relate to an athlete. I mean, even though I like to think my washed up high school days, but when people say I can't do something, I'm like, fucking watch me.
Yeah.
Because like that's how I feel about work. Because like this creative world, they're like, what do you want to do? I don't know about that. Watch me.
Right, watch me.
Yeah.
No, I think we need haters. We should like pay people to get in our faces and be like, you suck, you can't do it. Because that would make us more motivated than anybody out there. Yeah, there's a kind of deep, deep perseverance that you can develop in yourself when you do keep going. When everybody says stop, everybody says you can't do this, you won't be successful. You just gotta keep going. I'm excited for Halloween. That's my favorite holiday. I've been already putting thought into what I like to dress up for Halloween because I'm actually always thinking about what I want to be for Halloween year round. I keep a note in my iPhone that's just potential Halloween costumes. And every time I see a character or think of a character that would be fun to do, I always put it in my little note and I'm always adding to it.
Top 3 favorite Halloween things you've been in your life?
Popeye, for
Popeye?
sure.
Okay.
It's the spinach to the finish.
I was Lord Voldemort.
Okay.
I was Miss Trunchbull. Those are probably top 3, top tier.
Can you tell me what you're gonna be this year, or is that always a surprise?
Oh, I can speculate.
You can speculate?
The truth is, I haven't fully decided. That's the fun in it. But I have some potentials. I don't know if you've ever seen the Goofy movie.
The Goofy movie?
Yeah.
You talking about the cartoons, the one when we were kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. The dog?
I think Goofy the dog. Like, I might be the character Powerline from the Goofy movie.
Oh, you
and
are
he kind of
so
plays.
funny.
He's the one in the Goofy movie who he's playing the part of like a pop star, and I feel like the inspo that they used for that character was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
But it's very niche. I think Powerline, choosing to dress up as Powerline's definitely a choice. I don't know if I'll go there because I think only like 2 people will know what it is.
That is so funny.
I'm considering Powerline. I really like dressing up as villains.
Okay. What about the villain character you like?
That's fun. It's fun to step into that character, especially when it's a Disney villain or something. Or like when I dressed up as Miss Trunchbull, she's the villain in Matilda, and she's just larger than life. And the villains always mess with people. Like what the villain in Matilda does, Miss Trunchbull, she brings chocolate cake to school, and her bad students, she forces them to eat an entire chocolate cake. And it's like a funny way to mess with people at a Halloween party. You can bring a chocolate cake with you and be like,
so funny.
eat this.
You are so funny. That's 10 minutes. Thank you for obviously just agreeing to just do this crazy project.
Yeah,
What
of
is what is one piece of advice that you think you live by?
One piece of advice that I live by is, as cheesy as it sounds, that you need to follow your heart. And I know I've talked about it, but it's just following what you're passionate about.
Mind leaning back a little bit?
Lean back.
Yeah. Feel like use a chair. Yeah. It's awesome.
It's to follow your heart, to do what you feel is right, and you know in your intuition and your deep gut. If you think people are doing things that aren't right, don't be afraid to stand up for somebody. I have a strong sense of justice within myself.
Okay.
And with that sense of justice, it guides me to know when I see things happening to people that I don't think are right, something that really I believe strongly in, there's a huge responsibility to stand up for people who are facing injustice and stand up for people who aren't being treated right and be the one to say something about it, because a lot of people are thinking about it, but not everybody's brave enough to challenge the status quo. Not everybody's brave enough to say, hey, that's not okay. Hey, stop doing what you're doing. So I've always felt that as part of the integrity that guides me as a person, to stand up for what's right and don't be shy about that. Don't be afraid to be the person, to have the bravery and the courage to say,
that's not cool.
That's not cool. I don't support this. I won't allow for this.
You want to look in the camera, in the lens? and 5, 4. Thank you so much. That's it.
Yay! Wow, that was so fast. Does everybody say that?
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is like I tell people like this is gonna go by a lot faster than you think.